Hello there and welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, hello, lovely to meet you. My name is Alex, and if you are new here, please make sure you stick around and subscribe. If you're not new and you've been here for a while, then why not make sure the notification bell is switched on just so you're notified of every single time that I upload. Now for today's video, I have a super exciting one because I am going to be doing essentially a full face of all new in Revolution. Now these are products that I've launched kind of like December and like first half of January. There's of course been the Revolution Minnie Mouse collection, which I will be doing a review on, and also Relove Euphoric, which again I will be doing a review on, but I wanted to do this one first because I've got launches here that launch like in December, so they've been sitting around for a little while, and I thought it'd be much easier to just cram it all in one video so you can see what's good, what's worth picking up, what's not worth picking up. I've literally got so much to show you in this video. I've got primers, blush sticks, correct sticks, liner glues, mascaras, lip oil, lip gloss, the new eye primer, literally so much. So if you'd like to see what I think of a bunch of new in stuff by Revolution, then please keep watching. Boy, do we have a lot of stuff to be testing out today, and my skin is not living its best life at the moment. It's actually majority okay, just this awful blemish on my cupid's bow, and I've got one on my nose as well, but the rest of my face is actually okay at the moment. It's just those really annoying ones. But firstly we're going to start off with a lip oil. My lips are so dry and crusty where I've had this blemish here. It's been really difficult to look after my lips a little bit better, but this is called the Glaze Lip Oil this is the scent or shade Glam Pink. This is what the packaging looks like. I love the chrome pink. It smells like fizzy cherry. Yeah, that smells unreal. So we're just going to pop some on my lips just to keep them a bit hydrated. It feels amazing, just like any other lip oil really. So I have like 3 different base products today, like underneath foundation. So firstly I have the CC Swell Primer. This is the color correcting primer. Then we have the super base, like vitamin base primer, which I'm really excited to try because apparently this is like a dupe, or their supposed dupe, of the Bobbi Brown base. And then we also have a color correcting stick. I have the green and yellow one. There is also if you have a deeper skin tone, there is also one that is red and peach. I think firstly I'm going to go in with the vitamin base primer. I believe, sorry, I'm just looking down at my phone, I'm not being rude, I'm just having a look at all the prices. So this is £9.99 and this is what the packaging looks like. It's got the little hygienic thing on it, and this is what it looks like. It doesn't smell like the Bobbi Brown or anything, but to be honest, I'm not like a huge fan of the Bobbi Brown scent. And oh, it's like a little bit on the thicker side. So can you see where I've scooped it out? It's like not liquidy at all. Don't know why I'm putting it up here, okay. I did sneakily watch Make Me Up Mrs. video on this, and she said it was a little bit oily. And also one of my patrons, her name's Charlotte, she also said the same thing. So yeah, I'm intrigued to know what it feels like on me. Okay, so now I have blended this all out. I'm just having a little feel, and I can definitely tell like what Mr. is saying. It does have like a tiny bit of like a slippery, oily feel to it. But I feel like it's not too much to the point where it would bother me using this. I would love to try this though on a long makeup day. I'm filming this on a Wednesday night, so I'm not going to be able to wear this makeup for a long period of time. But I definitely would love to wear this, like say on the weekend, and see what my makeup would look like on top of this and how much it would kind of last. But I don't think it's enough to bother me, you know. It doesn't feel super thick and oily, do you know what I mean? It just has a really nice hydrating feel to it, and I feel like the more I'm scraping this off, the more like little bits of, you know, like that little rolly bits come off. So just try not to like blend it too much into your skin. But I mean, I think that looks really nice and hydrating on the skin. So this CC Swell Primer is £9.99, so it's £10, quite expensive. Looks like the Candy Haze one they released a while back, and they have also just launched a new ceramide primer that looks exactly like Candy Haze, and it is exactly like Candy Haze. So if you have got that one, you don't need the new one. But this one specifically is colour correcting, which I am very excited for. I love a bit of colour correcting. As you can see, I do get a lot of redness, especially around my nose and like my cheek areas. So a little colour correcting didn't hurt anyone. Oh, okay. So this is the colour that it comes out. It's like, I don't know, I expected it to be a little bit more bluey, or my eyes deceiving me. It looks a bit more greeny. Now, I don't want to put too much on because I'm literally layering so many primers, but I'm just going to place this kind of like in like my T-zone area maybe, where I get a little bit of redness. So I just want to read up on this to see what it says. It says, this is the ultimate multi-purpose primer containing 3 colour correcting pigments to counteract redness, neutralise darkness and even the skin tone. Is it just me trying to make myself believe that? But I genuinely feel like the redness on my nose has calmed down. I'll have to look when I'm editing to see if I can tell a difference. But yeah, okay. I love colour correcting, so, you know, I'm always up for trying new products. And speaking of colour correcting, we do also have the colour correcting stick. So as I said, they have a green and yellow one. The green and yellow one neutralises, cancels and corrects like redness, blue, purple tones. And then yeah, as I said, they do have a red and peach one for deeper skin tones, which is always great to see. These retail for £6.99. So this is what the sticks look like when you take out the packaging. You have the green one on one side. Mine is a little bit used because I do content for Revolution, so have used these, and then this side is yellow. What I will say about these, because I have tried them, they are so pigmented. You really don't need a lot of this product. Like the coverage of them is insane. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop some down the center of my nose, because if I just show you the diagram, it actually says where to put it, or like a guide, but obviously you don't have to follow the guide. If you're new to colour correcting, then of course you can, but if you're not new, then, you know, just use it where you need to. I actually need like more of the green one than I do the yellow one. Brightness doesn't really bother me so much. It is literally the dark acne. For the yellow one, I'm literally just going to pop some a little bit on the chin there. It says all around the mouth and under the eyes, but it's fine. I'm just going to do that now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this brush and I'm just going to like use it to buff in the colour correctors. And like, as you can see, the yellow one is really quite pigmented. So if you do have fair skin like me, you need just please use a tiny bit of it, and also blend, like spend some time blending your foundation. So I'm just going to pat these in. Can you see how that immediately has taken away so much redness, which is fabulous? And then just look at the difference. Like, you can 100% tell that my redness has gone down. It's not like a full coverage foundation. It's not going to cover up every single thing, but it certainly calms down the pigment of your skin, and that impresses me so much. So the fact that my nose literally went from like Rudolph to this is really impressive. So I really do love this stick. I've just popped on my foundation and concealer. I use my Holy Grail Conceal and Define, and I used to use the Conceal and Define Infinite Concealer. So this is what my face is looking like with the foundation concealer over the top of the correctors, and I'm not gonna lie, I am super impressed considering the amount of redness I had on underneath, and it's just completely vanished. So very impressed with the primers. So we have a couple of like cream products to try. The first one I've got here is the Mauve Glow. This is a multi-use glow for the face, luminous finish, natural looking flush of colour. So I've got 2 shades. I've got natural nude and rose pink. I'm thinking these are going to be like super sheer. I did get a blush shade, but I'm not going to use this today because of these. Oh my god, how stunning. Love the packaging firstly, but these are blush and highlighter sticks. So I thought we could have some fun playing with these, and yeah, let's just get on into it. So firstly, we are going to go over to the balm. So this is £6.99, and it actually comes in a lot of shades. I think there's 8 different shades. There's like different types of shades. So you have like these sort of like more like neutrally shades, like bronzers. You have pinky shades. You have like more highlighty sort of shades, and they're quite interesting. They come in these like little tins like this. How cute. And then this is what natural nude looks like. It is a little bit on the reddy side, but I'm hoping it will look okay on the skin. The only annoying thing about these, which I've noticed on the packaging, is that the name's not on the packaging. So if you've got multiple shades, you're not going to know it unless you open it. And I mean, you know, first world problems, but you know, I'm just saying. So what I'm going to do with this, what I normally do with cream bronzers, I'm just going to take a brush. I have a feeling these are going to be super sheer. I'm literally coating my brush and it literally doesn't even look like there's anything on it. Okay, and yeah, we're just gonna yeah, there's definitely a little bit of color there. You can 100% see that, and look how glowy it is. But this is not, I wouldn't go as far to say this is a cream bronzer. Like, this is a super natural, like dewy type of product. Okay, so that's kind of it all blended out on my skin. It looks very beautiful and dewy, as you can see. And I mean, you know, it's not labeled as a cream bronzer, so I'm not going to slate it for that reason, because it doesn't say that it's a cream bronzer. It just gives you like a very light wash of color on your face, which I mean is exactly what it says. It says apply to the cheeks and lips for a perfect flush of color. So if you're someone that's very intimidated by cream products, this could be a great shout as like a startup product for you, because I mean, it's so sheer. It is buildable as well, which I like. You can definitely see I've got a little bit more pigment than I did on the first go, but this definitely isn't something I can see myself reaching for a lot, just because of how sheer it is. But that's not like the product's fault, that's just like my preference. Like, now I've actually tried this and truly seen how sheer they are. Probably not something I could see myself reaching for, to be honest. But these, however, I am so excited to try. So I'm going to show you all the colours. So firstly, this is Mauve Glow. These are what they look like. I absolutely love the packaging. And Mauve Glow does have the lightest highlighter on, so this is what it looks like. And then this is the blush colour. And the shade name is on the bottom of the stick, thank goodness. Next oh my goodness, next we have Coral Dew, does that say? Yeah. This is the highlighter on Coral Dew. As you can see, it's a little bit darker and a little bit more on the golden side. And then the blush is orange. How beautiful is that? Love that so much. It is definitely not like a coral shade. I'd say it is definitely more of an orange. Next we have Champagne Shine, and this is what the highlighter looks like on this stick. It's definitely a bit more on the I'd say champagne-y sort of shade side. And then this is the colour. If I'm honest, I absolutely love all of the colours, like of the blush sticks themselves. It's obviously the highlighter's just not all going to work for me, but I think that's great because then they've come out with multiple shades that everyone can use. And then the last one is called Flushing Pink, and this is the deepest one. So this has a more deep goldy bronze highlighter on, and then the blush shade looks like this. Yeah, they're all absolutely stunning, I'm not gonna lie. But I think today I'm gonna go in with Mauve Glow just because it is the lightest one that I would reach for the most, but the actual blush sticks themselves are stunning. I would reach for, you know, pretty much all of them. So firstly, we're gonna go in with the blush side. I feel like our safest bet would be to take it from the stick itself. So I'm just taking my brush and I'm literally like painting the brush. Oh my god, right, okay, let's calm down. And then we're gonna see how pigmented they are, and they do look stunning. Wow. Oh, that is beautiful. Yeah, sticks scare me a little bit, like even high-end sticks. I don't really like to apply them directly to the face anymore. I do prefer to sort of put it on a brush and then apply, just so I have a little bit more control. If you're a bit of a daredevil and put it straight on the face, that is great. I'll just be a little bit careful because they are, you know, the pigment is there, the pigment is living. So with these, I think I would go in with a brush just so you're not applying too much. And then we're going to take this highlighter. I don't know, I think maybe I'm going to pop this on my finger. This is what it looks like, and then we're just going to dot it. Okay, maybe it doesn't want to work like that. Maybe we'll have to apply the stick direct. Oh yeah, that works a little bit better. And then I would just go in with your finger. But when you blend it out, it kind of thingies it out. But if you just apply the stick, blend it out. Okay, so that is what it looks like. You can definitely see a lot more subtle than what I thought they were going to be. I thought they were going to be like proper metallic sticks. I don't know. I didn't expect it to be so sheer, you know, because I've literally just blended that out and then it don't really look like much on the skin. Interesting. You can definitely tell on this side a little bit better than this one, but I mean, it is still a little bit glowy. When I look up close in the camera, I can see like little tiny specks of shimmer, but there's not like tons of it like Fenty. Is it the diamond one, the really shimmery one? So what I'm thinking is these are going to definitely be more of like a dewy, glowy highlighter rather than like a stark, metallic, shimmery, blinding highlight. You know, it's definitely given the glow. You see what I'm saying? Okay, I've popped on some powder and a little bit of bronzer, and this is what my skin is looking. I'll also obviously put my brows on, but this is what the cheeks look like. And when I was applying, I don't know if you can tell on camera, can you see that it's actually still glowy where I pop the highlighter stick? Ah, I love it. That's genuinely a highlight stick I would use underneath powder just because it is showing through. So I'm impressed with that. The blush are so pigmented. Haven't got any powder blush on like at all. Like I've just left that just as the stick blush and it looks amazing on my skin. I'm so happy because that means I genuinely would use like both sides of that stick as opposed to just the blush. But you know me, I'm a highlighter queen, so I'm going to pop on some highlighter. I'm actually going to be using my Revolution Soft palette. Have not used this in ages and I absolutely love this. This is actually my 2017 palette, so this is like well out of date, but it's okay. I'm just going to pop on a little bit just so we have a bit of highlighter on. Why am I doing it so awkwardly? If anything, I feel like stick highlighter just helps enhance the powder highlighter on top. So yeah, I really love those blush sticks. I'm glad I've got all of them. Okay, now we're going to be moving on to eyes, and I actually have quite a few bits for this section. So we have the new Lock Grip eye primer that launched last month. We have two new Forever Flawless palettes. We have lashes. We have liner glue, and we have a new mascara as well. So this part is a little bit juicy, so let's just get straight into it. Firstly, we're going to be, well, actually probably should zoom you guys in. So firstly, we're going to be going in with the new primer. This is the Lock Grip eyeshadow primer, and this retails for £5.99. So this is what the new primer looks like. What is the applicator on this? Oh, it is a wand. Okay, cool. And the odd thing about this is I just realised it's a clear liquid. It's not like a pigment. So yeah, really intrigued. Not really too sure. But we're going to be using this. And then yes, we have two of the new Forever Flawless palettes. I'm probably just going to do one on each eye, just if you was interested in one palette more than the other, then there we go. So firstly, we have Nude Silk, which looks like this. And then this one is more of like the neutrals palette. So this is what it looks like. I personally think it's absolutely beautiful. It has the perfect amount of like brownie neutrals in it. It has yellow gold. It has an inner corner brow bone highlight. This is a palette that I would reach for on a very regular basis. And then we have Bare Pink, which, as you can tell by the name, is a more pink themed palette. This is the packaging for it. These both retail for £12 each. They're not cheap, these Forever Flawless palettes now. They used to be £10 back in the day. And then this is what Bare Pink looks like. This is, again, beautiful palette. I absolutely love it. Not a palette I would reach for all the time, just because I am more of a neutral gal when I like go out and stuff. So yeah, I'm very excited to use these. Haven't come out of Forever Flawless palette in ages. But yeah, firstly, I'm very intrigued about this eye primer. I think I'm gonna go in with the Nude Silk palette first. And I guess you don't really need to blend this out. I don't know. Huh. This is, yeah, very weird. It literally just looks like I'm putting oil on my lid. Oh god, I've got absolutely no idea how this is going to work out. Probably like a bad time to test out palette using this, but we're here for the journey. It says, with a nourishing clear gel formula containing hyaluronic cherry blossom and vitamin B, this not only intensifies shadow pigment and guarantees all-night wear, but stops makeup from setting fine lines around the eyes. Okay, yeah, if I'm honest, just looks like I've got an oily lid. Standard for me, you know what I'm saying? But let's just get to using this. So firstly, I'm going to take this shade here, which is called Chic, and I'm going to pop this in my crease. Okay, so let's... Okay. I mean, the good thing about this, I guess, is that you don't get those lines on your lid that you would with like a normal eye primer. It's working. It's applying the pigment really, really well. Next, I'm going to take Sandy, which is this colour here. And I'm just going to blend out like the top edges. There is like a glitter in here. Looks like there's a few different formulas. Obviously, we don't really use glitter that much. With Forever Flawless palettes, you know, most of the time they're kind of going to work for me. I'm just going to take a little bit of that Chic shade just to blend here, because I feel like it's a little bit of a harsh line there. I don't know if that's where the pigment, like the eye primer's caught it. I'm going to take Confession, which is this one right here. Then I'm going to take a little bit of the shade Bear, which is this one, and I'm just going to blend like the very, very top edges. And then would it be Makeup with Alex Kate if I didn't pick the shade that is literally called Golden? So I'm just going to take a flat brush, back and fanned one, and I'm going to pop this golden shade in the middle. Oh, that's really nice. That's applying fantastically, actually. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Digital, which has a slightly different like formula to it, I guess. It's definitely more of like a foily one. And I'm just going to pop this on either end. And then for the lower lash line, I'm going to take the shade Boss, which is this one here. As for the eye primer, I mean, I'm actually genuinely shocked at how well it's worked. For the inner corner and brow bone, I'm going to take, of course, this shade here, which is called Original. Yes, that is beautiful. Very pigmented as well. Wow, look at that. Fabulous. So this is what the eye look is looking like with the Nude Silk palette. This is absolutely gorgeous, I'm not going to lie. Is it a palette that's so new and innovative and different to like every other palette that is on the market? Absolutely not. You do not need this. If you have 100 million neutral palettes in your collection, you definitely don't need this. But if you are like me and you are a neutral palette lover with lots of shimmers and inner corner brown bone shade and stuff, you know, this could be a palette that you would want to pick up. It is absolutely gorgeous. Like, I love this. Definitely a palette I can see myself reaching for a lot, because that is the type of colour story I go for. And yeah, I really love it. The matte shades are really pigmented. The shimmers, as you can see, really pigmented and easy to use. Very impressed. It is £12, but I will leave Lucy's discount code down below. She can get it for a little bit off. I think you'll be getting it for £10, not 12. So next, let's move on to the, what's this called? The Bare Pink palette. Now I'm going to pop my eye primer on this side. Definitely a weird concept, and you know, something I'd have to get used to, because for me this just makes me look like my oily lids are in full thriving mode, you know. Firstly, I'm gonna go in with Berry, which is this dark pink here, and I'm gonna pop Berry in the middle of my lid. Oh, I see. Can you see what's happening here? Where it's like quite wet, I might have put a bit too much on. The pigment has like stuck directly to where I've put it. Ooh, okay. Okay, so now it's going a little bit patchy. Huh. What did I do differently on this side? Did I not apply as much? Next, I'm going to take the shade Babe, which is probably my favourite shade in the palette. It's this one here. And I'm just going to do a little bit of blending. We are having issues. Oh no. I'm going to say maybe I put too much on. Because like, why is it kind of just like got a gap there? Okay, hopefully you can save this. Next, I'm gonna take the shade Craving, and I'm gonna add some depth into this look, just see if I can cover that up a little bit. I've tried to save this as best as I can, but I just think where the pigment's stuck in certain areas, it's just not savable. So yeah, we're just gonna look at this eye just like this because the front of the lid actually doesn't look that bad. Okay, it's literally just this bit out here. I must have used a little bit too much of this or got some on the brush and it's stuck. I don't know, but all I know is that doesn't happen with my other eye bases. So maybe I just need to play around with this a little bit more and make sure I don't put on quite as much, just so it has maybe time to dry down a little bit. I don't know, but it worked absolutely fine for this side. Just some reason I had issues on this side. So I'm just going to take a little bit of Swirl, which is like a pale shade. So for the shimmer on this side, I'm going to go in with the shade Princess. And this shimmer looks a lot more flat than what the gold did in the other palette, so I don't know if this is going to work quite as good. It is also quite dry as well. Let's see if we can maybe save the look a little bit. Okay, pretty much just pop that all over my lid. And I'm just going to take a tiny little bit of bronzed, which is up here. Not that I need much of it. And this shimmer looks way more like foilier and pigmented than the pink one. I'm just going to blend that at the very outer edge. And then I'm going to go back in with the brush I used the brown on. And I'm just going to blend that a little bit because I feel like I went a bit too far with the shimmer. For the lower lash line, I'm going to take Obsessed, which is this brown here. And then for the inner corner and brow bone, I was going to take this shade called Diamond, but it looks extremely flat. So I'm going to go in with Melrose instead, if it wants to focus. Because it has a little bit more of like a goldy undertone. Okay, so this is the Bare Pink look. Yeah. Not my finest work. I think it is to do with the primer, hopefully, but this is just not it. I wouldn't normally be happy with a look like this, and if this was like me going out, I would literally be taking this off and redoing it. Okay, let's just move on from the palette. So next we're going to be trying this mascara. This launched last month, and this is the 5D Whip Lift mascara. This is what it looks like. I don't normally buy new mascaras because if I'm honest, I literally have so freaking many. It's unreal, but this is £9.99. It's quite spenny, isn't it? So this is the packaging for the mascara. Nice and pink, very beautiful. The wand, okay, reminds me a little bit of Too Faced Better Than Sex. It's quite a dry mascara, like not a lot of like wetness is coming out on it. Like I feel like it's a real effort to make sure the lashes are coated, but I mean, when they are coated, I mean, it's going on really nicely. I've popped a few layers on and I mean, I absolutely love it. this is the type of mascara I genuinely would go for. It looks beautiful on my lashes. It's definitely more on like the clumpy side. If I compare like the normal 5D lash to this 5D lash, it's kind of like Roller Lash and Bad Girl Bang. Like Bad Girl Bang is like the more clumpier, fuller sort of type of mascara, whereas the normal 5D is very natural looking, very separated sort of thing. So that's kind of what I can compare it to. I wouldn't say it's a dupe for Benefit Bad Girl Bang, but it just gives me like similar like vibes. Like this is a lot more clumpier. It doesn't take long to build. It just is a really great mascara, I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot less messy than the 5D Lash Pow. Is it the 5D Lash Pow? There's a lot of 5D going on. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's not as messy as 5D Pow. It's a little bit more of a thicker wand, I'd say. Is it? I don't know. But it's actually a nice mascara, and I genuinely would wear this again because I think that is what I reach for. Like the types of mascaras, like one that makes me look like I've got like big lashes, thick, clumpy. Yeah, that is a bit me, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, now we've done the mascara, I'm just gonna add some lashes because I want to try out the liner glue. So I've got these that I'm sure definitely launched last month. I've just looked on the Revolution Beauty website and they say coming soon, and Pretty Little Thing also say out of stock, but they are on the website. So I mean, I am going to use them in today's video and I will link them. So if you are interested in picking them up, put the bell on, the notification, and they should let you know when they're in stock finally. This is what they look like. So if you're like me and you're into your half lashes at the moment, these could be a great shout. They are quite long though, aren't they? But before I put them on, this is how I'm going to use to apply it. So these are on the website, and if I remember rightly, I'm sure it was £4.99. Yeah, £4.99. And they also do it in clear. I'm going to use the black one because I don't like sometimes how the gap shows between your lash line and the lash band. But if you are like a beginner in lashes, I would recommend a liner lash glue. Obviously, I've not used this yet, so I can't say if it's good or not, but I would definitely recommend a liner lash glue because they're so easy to use. So this is what it looks like. It's just a regular pen, and to be honest, it literally just looks like a regular eyeliner. So what I'm gonna do, it's annoying that I've already got my mascara on, but it literally just looks like normal liner. I'm gonna pop this on like the outer edge. Fingers crossed it works, but you don't need to put any glue on the actual lash band. Literally so easy to use. Would strongly recommend to someone who just cannot put lashes on. This is really difficult to use now because I've got my mascara on. Okay, so that is the lashes with the liner glue. So simple and way less messy than using a regular lash glue. And I'm someone that uses the regular lash glue, but I would definitely reach for a liner glue over normal glue. It's just so much more simple to use. And I'm glad they've come out with a clear and a black version for like people who, you know, don't use liner and people who do. But these are the completed eyes. Obviously prefer this side. Please just look at this side and not this one. But let's zoom out now and do the last part of the video. Right, last part, lips. This lip oil I have applied a few times throughout this video, and they are pretty much dry now, so the oiliness doesn't last long. I mean, I have been talking loads, so it's probably drying out my lips, but I mean, the lip oil is beautiful. I definitely use that for like overnight and stuff. It's very hydrating. The only thing I've got for lips is a lip gloss. This is the Ceramide Lip Swirl in the shade Soft Pink. These come out last month, I'm pretty sure, but how freaking pretty do they look? Probably should pop on some regular lippy first. So I'm just going to pop on some of the liquid lipstick, like from the lip contour kits. This is the shade Divine. It's my favourite one because it is indeed divine. Okay, let's pop the gloss on. Does it have a scent? No, doesn't really. That's interesting. So it's a bit different to Revolution glosses I've tried before. Like, it's a bit more on like the thicker side of glosses, which I didn't expect. Like, I mean, I didn't even apply that much anyway, but it definitely feels a bit more heavy on the lips, and yeah, a bit more on the thicker side. I don't know. It's cute though. I freaking love how it looks in the bottle, or tube, should I say. I don't really reach for lip gloss a lot, and looking in the mirror, it's a pretty gloss. Like, you know, it looks pretty. It does what it says. It is a glossy product, but I don't know if it's one that I would reach for an awful lot. Right, so that is me testing out a bunch of new stuff by Revolution that launched in December and also in January. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's been a long one, so I appreciate it if you are here at the end. I love you all so very much. Today's video I think has actually been quite successful. There's only really been a couple of things that I've not been super impressed with, but vast majority was quite positive. So I would love to know what you think of these new releases down below in the comments. So I'm going to wrap this video up here. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. Let me know down below what you think, and of course if you haven't already, please subscribe down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!